Hello everyone, and welcome to this deep dive into a fascinating aspect of human health, how your feet can serve as a window into the state of your liver. If you re someone who has ever glanced down at your toes and wondered why they look a certain way, or if you're proactive about your well-being and love learning about the body's interconnected systems, this is for you. Today, we're transforming the everyday observations of foot abnormalities into a comprehensive, evidence-based exploration of potential liver issues. Remember, this isn't a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult a doctor for proper diagnosis through tests like blood work, ultrasounds, or biopsies. But armed with knowledge, you can spot clues early and take informed steps toward better health. Let's start by setting the stage. The liver is your body's powerhouse detoxifier, a multitasking organ weighing about 3 pounds in adults. Responsible for over 500 vital functions, it filters toxins from the blood, produces bile to aid digestion, regulates cholesterol, stores vitamins and minerals, and even plays a role in hormone balance. When the liver falters due to conditions like fatty liver disease, hepatitis, cirrhosis, or even early-stage fibrosis, the effects ripple throughout the body. Interestingly, these ripples often manifest in the extremities, particularly the feet and lower legs. Why? Gravity, distance from the heart, and the vascular system's vulnerabilities make the lower body a prime spot for circulatory and fluid-related issues to show up first. Think of your feet as the body's canary in the coal mine. They're the farthest point from the heart, requiring efficient blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients while removing waste. Any hitch in this process, often linked to liver dysfunction, can lead to visible changes. In fact, studies from organizations like the American Liver Foundation highlight that peripheral symptoms, such as those in the feet, are common in liver patients, affecting up to 50% of those with advanced cirrhosis. So, let's break down these signs one by one, blending real-world observations with scientific explanations to make this not just informative but truly engaging. First up, those mysterious red and brown dots or specks on the lower legs and feet. These aren't just random freckles. They could be petechia or purpura, tiny hemorrhages under the skin caused by fragile blood vessels. In liver contexts, this often stems from impaired blood clotting. The liver produces clotting factors like prothrombin and fibrinogen. When it's damaged, platelet counts drop, leading to easy bruising or spotting. A 2019 study in the Journal of Hepatology noted that such vascular changes appear in about 30% of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease (NAFLD) cases. But it's not exclusive to the liver. Diabetes can mimic this through neuropathy and poor circulation. The key differentiator: liver-related spots often accompany a shiny, atrophied skin appearance due to reduced nutrient delivery. Imagine your lower legs as a roadmap. These dots are like traffic jams in the vascular highways, signaling that the liver's filtration plant is overloaded. Building on that circulatory theme, let's talk about spider veins, also known as spider mevae or These are small, web-like clusters of dilated blood vessels, often branching out like a spider's legs. In liver disease, particularly cirrhosis, they're linked to estrogen buildup. A healthy liver metabolizes hormones, but when scarred, it can't break down estrogen efficiently, leading to vascular dilation. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows spider nevi in up to 33% of cirrhosis patients, predominantly on the lower extremities. They're more than cosmetic. They indicate portal hypertension, where blood pressure rises in the liver's portal vein, forcing blood into alternative paths. Picture this: your veins are like overpressurized pipes bursting at the seams because the main filter, your liver, is clogged. If you notice these, especially with varicose veins, those bulging, twisted ropes under the skin, it's a red flag for deeper investigation. Now, shifting to skin texture, cracked heels are a surprisingly common indicator. These fissures aren't just from dry weather. They often point to deficiencies in vitamin B3, niacin, or omega-3 fatty acids. The liver's role: it synthesizes bile, which emulsifies fats for absorption in the intestines. Without enough bile, common in cholestatic liver diseases like primary biliary cholangitis, fat-soluble vitamins of D, E, K, and essential fatty acids aren't absorbed properly. Niacin deficiency, historically known as pellagra, causes the 3Ds: dermatitis, diarrhea, and dementia. A 2020 review in Nutrition's journal linked pellagra-like symptoms to liver impairment, where skin cracks appear due to impaired keratin production. Omega-3s, found in fish like salmon, reduce inflammation. Their shortage exacerbates dryness. Interestingly, this ties into broader B-vitamin roles. B3 acts as a cofactor in over 400 enzymatic reactions, including those for skin repair. So, if your heels look like parched earth, it might be your liver crying out for better fat metabolism support. Itching on the soles of your feet. This pruritus can be maddening and is often a hallmark of liver congestion. When bile flow stalls, cholestasis, bile salts accumulate in the blood and deposit in the skin, triggering histamine release and intense itchiness. The British Journal of Dermatology reports this in 80% of primary sclerosing cholangitis cases. It's like your body's waste disposal system backing up, with toxins irritating nerve endings farthest from the source. Relatedly, pain or inflammation in the foot's plantar surface, often misdiagnosed as plantar fasciitis, may actually be fasciitis secondary to liver issues. Inflammation here stems from uric acid buildup or poor detoxification, as the liver processes purines from proteins. A study in arthritis and rheumatology found elevated gout risk in liver patients, manifesting as foot pain due to crystal deposits. Hot feet, or erythromelalgia-like symptoms, add another layer. This burning sensation results from autonomic nervous system dysregulation, often tied to liver-induced neuropathy. The liver detoxifies neurotoxins. When overwhelmed, it leads to peripheral nerve irritation. Similarly, foul foot odor isn't just poor hygiene, it's a sign of systemic toxicity. The liver neutralizes ammonia and other volatiles. Failure here means they exit via sweat glands, mixing with bacteria for that unpleasant smell. In holistic terms, it's a sign of gut-liver axis imbalance, where dysbiosis, microbial imbalance from poor liver function, allows toxins to permeate. Pitting edema is perhaps the most dramatic. Press your finger into the shin, and the dent lingers. This is fluid retention from hypoalbumin levels. As the liver synthesizes this protein to maintain oncotic pressure in blood vessels. Without it, fluid leaks into tissues. The New England Journal of Medicine estimates this in 70% of advanced liver failure cases. It's gravity-dependent, hitting feet first, and can signal ascites, abdominal fluid buildup upstream. Fungal overgrowth, like toenail fungus onychomycosis, thrives in immunocompromised states. Liver disease disrupts gut flora, promoting candida and other fungi, which manifests externally. A 2022 study in mycosis linked higher fungal infections to cirrhosis patients altered Finally, pale or white nail beds, with loss of the lunula, that half moon at the base, indicate anemia or poor perfusion. The liver stores iron and produces erythropoietin-stimulating factors. Dysfunction leads to hypoxia in distal areas. That's a lot to unpack, but isn't it intriguing how one organ's health echoes in such distant places? We've covered the visual and sensory clues, backed by science, to empower. This part alone clocks in at over 1,200 words, giving you plenty of material for a captivating YouTube script, perhaps with close-up visuals, animations of liver functions, and viewer polls on symptoms. Part 2: Root causes of liver issues and proven strategies to protect and heal your liver. Welcome back, everyone. If you watched Part 1, you now know how your feet can whisper warnings about liver health. From those telltale red specks and spider veins to cracked heels, itching soles, pitting edema, and even stubborn toenail fungus. These aren't isolated quirks, they're downstream effects of a liver under stress, struggling with detoxification, hormone balance, nutrient processing, and fluid regulation. Today in Part 2, we dig deeper. What actually damages the liver in the first place? And more importantly, what can you do about it through evidence-based lifestyle changes? We'll explore the major causes backed by scientific consensus. Then shift to powerful, practical solutions, including diet and intermittent fasting that can reverse early damage and support long-term liver vitality. As always, this is educational, not diagnostic. Consult your healthcare provider before making big changes, especially if you have existing conditions. The liver faces threats from multiple angles, and understanding them empowers prevention. Globally, Liver diseases cause around 2 million deaths yearly, with cirrhosis and its complications leading the way. The top culprits include: No. 1. Excessive alcohol consumption. This remains a leading cause worldwide. Chronic heavy drinking overwhelms the liver's ability to metabolize alcohol, producing toxic byproducts like acetaldehyde that inflame and scar tissue. Even moderate but consistent intake can contribute to fatty liver, progressing to alcoholic hepatitis and cirrhosis. Studies from sources like the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, emphasize that alcohol-associated liver disease is preventable. Limiting to 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men is a key guideline. No. 2 viral infections, hepatitis B, C and others. Viruses hijacked liver cells, causing inflammation and long-term damage. Hepatitis B and C are major global drivers of cirrhosis and liver cancer. Transmission often occurs through blood, unprotected sex, shared needles, or unsafe medical procedures. Vaccination for hepatitis B is highly effective prevention. No. 3. Metabolic steatotic liver disease, MASLD, formerly NAFLD. This is the fastest growing cause, linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, high cholesterol, and metabolic syndrome. Excess fat builds up in liver cells. Steatosis, potentially progressing to inflammation, steatohepatitis, fibrosis, and cirrhosis. The Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins note that obesity and diabetes dramatically increase risk. Up to 70 to 90% of severely obese individuals may have fatty liver. No. For medications, toxins, and drugs. Many prescription drugs like acetaminophen in high doses, over-the-counter painkillers, certain antibiotics, statins, and herbal supplements can cause drug-induced liver injury. Toxins from industrial chemicals, pesticides, or environmental exposures add to the burden. The liver processes these, but overload leads to acute or chronic damage. No. Other factors. Autoimmune conditions, for example, autoimmune hepatitis, genetic disorders, hemochromatosis for iron overload, Wilson's disease for copper, blocked bile ducts, primary biliary cholangitis, and even heart failure causing liver congestion play roles. Poor diet high in processed foods, sugars, especially high fructose corn syrup, and excessive protein exacerbates issues by overloading detoxification pathways and promoting fat accumulation. Excessive refined sugars and fructose are particularly insidious. Fructose is metabolized almost exclusively in the liver, driving de novo lipogenesis, new fat creation and inflammation. Over time, this creates a vicious cycle with insulin resistance. Now, the exciting part. Reversal is possible, especially in early stages. Weight loss of 7 to 10% can significantly reduce liver fat, and lifestyle interventions often outperform medications for MASLD. A standout approach combines a healthy ketogenic diet with intermittent fasting. Why? The ketogenic diet, very low carb, high healthy fat, moderate protein, shifts your body into ketosis, where it burns fat for fuel instead of glucose. This reduces insulin spikes, promotes fat breakdown including in the liver, and enhances mitochondrial function. Evidence is compelling. Short-term ketogenic diets, for example, 6 days can slash intrahepatic triglycerides by 30% plus while improving insulin sensitivity. Despite rising circulating fatty acids due to increased ketogenesis and reduced lipogenesis, Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, 2020, longer pilots show histologic improvements in steatosis, inflammation, and even fibrosis after months on low-carb keto. Digestive Diseases and Sciences, 2007, Mediterranean-style ketogenic variations, emphasizing olive oil, nuts, fish, veggies, yield impressive results, often resolving fatty liver in many participants while improving metabolic syndrome markers. Key liver-friendly keto principles. Prioritize healthy fats. Avocados, olive oil, nuts, walnuts for omega-3, fatty fish, salmon for anti-inflammatory benefits. Load up on non-starchy veggies, broccoli, spinach, artichokes. These provide fiber, antioxidants, and compounds like sulforaphane that support detoxification. Moderate protein, avoid excess to prevent nitrogen overload. Focus on quality sources like eggs, grass-fed meat. Limit carbs to under 50 grams per day, often 20 to 30 grams to maintain ketosis. Include coffee 2+ cups. Day studies show it reduces fibrosis and cancer risk in chronic liver disease. Intermittent fasting amplifies these benefits. Common forms like 16 to 8, 16 hours fasting, 8-hour eating window, or 5 to 2 normal eating 5 days. Restricted calories to days promote autophagy, cellular cleanup, reduce inflammation, and enhance fat oxidation in the liver. Recent meta-analyses and trials confirm it lowers liver enzymes ALT, AST, reduces steatosis, and improves metabolic parameters in MASLD patients solving independently of weight loss alone. Animal models show it protects against progression to inflammation and cancer by rewiring metabolism and reducing oxidative stress. Combine them. Keto Plus accelerates fat loss from the liver, supports hormone balance, lowering excess estrogen linked to spider veins, and aids detoxification. Add omega-3, South and B vitamins from food or supplements if deficient, to address deficiencies causing cracked heels or skin issues. Practical tips for implementation. 1. Start gradually, track ketones if needed. 2. Stay hydrated and replenish electrolytes. 3. Monitor with blood tests, liver enzymes, lipids. 4. Exercise, walking or resistance training boosts results. This isn't a fad, it's rooted in metabolic science. Many reverse early fatty liver this way, feeling more energy and seeing symptom relief.